Listen closely. This path you've chosen isn't easy. It's not for the weak, not for the ones chasing pleasure or validation. It's for the man who's tired of wasting his essence, his drive, his divine energy on meaningless release. Semen retention is not just about holding your seed, it's about holding your power. Every drop you waste is a drop of potential, a drop of focus, a drop of creation that could have built your body, sharpened your mind, and awakened your spirit. The modern world wants you weak. It wants you distracted. It wants your attention scattered, your dopamine drained, and your masculine energy buried under lust, comfort, and screens. You see, they've trained men to be slaves to their impulses. They've turned kings into consumers, warriors into addicts. But not you, not anymore. You're here because something deep inside you is waking up. A voice whispering, "There's more to life than this." And that voice is right. There is more. There's purpose. There's discipline. There's power. And it begins the moment you decide to master your sexual energy instead of being mastered by it. When you retain, your body begins to regenerate. Your mind starts to clear. Your eyes sharpen. Your confidence builds from within, not from compliments, not from women, not from external validation, but from a quiet knowing that you are in control. That's the difference between the ordinary man and the retained man. The ordinary man seeks release to feel good for a moment. The retained man seeks mastery to feel strong for life. This isn't superstition or fantasy, it's biological truth. Your seed carries the life force that creates existence itself. Inside that fluid is zinc, testosterone, amino acids, minerals, and raw vitality that fuels your muscles, your focus, and your masculinity. When you keep it, your body reabsorbs it and redirects that power into your brain, your nerves, your heart, your spirit. That's why you start to feel sharper, more confident, more magnetic. That's why your eyes gain intensity. That's why your presence begins to command respect without you even speaking. You see, semen retention is not just a physical act, it's a spiritual rebellion. You're going against a system designed to drain you, through lust, through addiction, through comfort. You're walking a path that demands sacrifice. But in that sacrifice, you find strength most men will never know. When you hold your seed, you're telling your body, "I am not a slave to desire." You're rewiring your brain from chasing cheap pleasure to creating real power. But here's the truth. The first weeks will test you. Your body will crave that release. Your mind will whisper excuses. You'll feel restless, frustrated, even angry. That's your old programming dying. That's your lower self fighting for control. Don't give in. Transmute that energy. Turn lust into hunger for growth. Turn frustration into focus. Turn tension into drive. Go to the gym. Meditate. Pray. Work. Study. Build something. Let your body know that this energy is meant for creation, not destruction. Every time you win that internal battle, you rise higher. Every time you resist the urge, your spirit strengthens. And eventually, you reach a state where temptation no longer controls you, you control it. That's when you become dangerous. Not dangerous in violence, but in power. Because a man who can master his impulses can master anything: business, purpose, emotions, women, the world. You see, most men want success, but they can't even control what they do when they're alone in a room. How can you expect to rule your life when you can't even rule your lust? Discipline is the foundation of all greatness, and semen retention is the root of masculine discipline. When you retain, your energy doesn't just stay, it multiplies. You'll start waking up earlier, working harder, thinking clearer. You'll notice your conversations change. You stop wasting words, stop chasing validation, stop explaining yourself. You'll walk differently. You'll move with certainty. That's not ego, that's energy alignment. This energy, when harnessed, starts to awaken dormant parts of your consciousness. You begin to see through illusions, the fake happiness of instant gratification, the lies of modern pleasure, the emptiness of lust. You begin to crave peace, solitude, clarity. You start valuing time, purpose, discipline, and silence. Retention turns you inward. It makes you face your shadows, your insecurities, your weaknesses. Because when you stop running to release, you start seeing who you truly are. And that truth will either break you or build you. Don't fear that confrontation. Let it happen. Let it purify you. Every man who walks this path faces darkness, urges, loneliness, doubt. But only those who stay consistent break through into real power, the kind that radiates from within. When you reach that stage, people feel your presence. They don't know why, but they sense your strength. That's masculine magnetism, not from money, not from status, but from purity and control. Women can feel it too. They can sense when a man has seed in his body, when he's not empty, when he's not seeking validation. That's why retained men attract without trying. Because true masculinity doesn't chase, it attracts. But retention isn't just about attraction. That's the surface level. It's about purpose. It's about mastering your creative power and using it to build your empire, whatever that is, your body, your business, your legacy. When your energy is high, everything you touch improves. Your thoughts sharpen, your speech gains weight, your actions carry intention. That's why ancient warriors, monks, and mystics practiced celibacy, not out of fear of women, but out of devotion to higher power. They understood that semen is sacred fire. If used wisely, it illuminates. If wasted, it burns. The modern man must relearn this truth. You've been told that it's normal to release daily. You've been conditioned to see lust as natural expression. But natural doesn't always mean beneficial. Poison is natural too, but it kills slowly. Lust kills your focus. It drains your willpower. It clouds your intuition. It lowers your vibration. And once you start seeing through that illusion, you realize you were never addicted to women. You were addicted to escape. Retention breaks that escape cycle. It forces you to face reality, your boredom, your pain, your emptiness. And when you face it long enough, you evolve. You learn to channel that same sexual energy into creativity, leadership, clarity, and peace. That's what separates men who rise from men who rot. You want to feel alive? Stop wasting what makes you alive. You want clarity? Stop drowning your brain in dopamine. You want confidence? Stop betraying your own body every night. Your seed is your sacred currency. Spend it wisely, or stay broke in spirit. Understand this deeply. Every man has two choices in life. He can either live as a slave to his desires, chasing pleasure, wasting energy, dying empty, or he can rise as a king, mastering his desires, storing his power, and living with purpose. You can't serve both. You can't live for pleasure and for purpose at the same time. You must choose. And that choice defines your destiny. When you choose retention, you choose evolution. You choose to be uncomfortable today so you can be unstoppable tomorrow. You choose to delay pleasure to multiply power. You choose silence over noise, self-control over indulgence, purpose over pleasure. That's the way of the masculine. Because the world doesn't need more men chasing pleasure. It needs more men radiating strength. It needs protectors, builders, Visionaries, men with energy that moves mountains. You can't fake that energy. You can't pretend to have it. You either cultivate it or you don't. And it all starts with one decision. Hold your seed. Your power is not lost, it's leaking. Stop the leaks and your spirit will rise. This is the beginning of your awakening. Now that you've stepped into this discipline, understand, you are entering a different world. Most men will never feel what you are about to feel. They will never taste the stillness that comes from real control. They will never carry the calm power that you are building inside your chest right now. Retention is not only about what you stop doing, it is about what you start becoming. Every day you hold your seed, you build pressure, divine pressure. That pressure forges strength. It sharpens your awareness. It pushes your consciousness higher until the old version of you can no longer survive. This is why people change around you. Friends who still live in lust will not understand you. They'll mock you because your growth reminds them of their weakness. Let them. They cannot see what you see. They are still asleep in the system that feeds on their energy. You have awakened. You are building something sacred. Guard it. As your energy rises, your body becomes a generator of fire. You will feel it in your spine, your eyes, your heartbeat. That is your life force moving upward, transforming from desire into power, from chaos into clarity. When that energy is directed through discipline, it becomes unbreakable focus. When directed through devotion, it becomes divine connection. When wasted, it becomes regret. Remember this every time temptation appears. That woman on the screen, she's not real. That urge in the night, it's not you. It's your lower self begging to survive. You are not the urge. You are the awareness watching it. And awareness cannot be defeated unless it forgets itself. So stay aware, stay awake. Each time you master an urge, your nervous system learns peace. Your mind learns dominance. Your soul learns patience. This is how you train your masculine frame, by repetition of control. Not once, not twice, but every day until mastery becomes your natural state. Understand this truth. Energy is neutral. If you don't command it, it will command you. When you direct your sexual energy towards growth, it becomes creativity, discipline, strength, confidence, spiritual vision. When you let it control you, it becomes anxiety, guilt, exhaustion, and weakness. Both outcomes come from the same source. The difference is direction. So, direct it. Use the energy to build your body. Use it to speak with conviction. Use it to sharpen your mission. Let your purpose become your release. Let your progress become your pleasure. This is the secret that ancient men knew. When a man learns to sublimate his lust, he becomes a conduit for divine will. He no longer reacts to life, he commands it. He no longer looks for meaning, he becomes meaning. That's the level you're reaching. But beware of pride. Retention is not a trophy. It's not for bragging or superiority. The moment you boast, you lose the energy to ego. Retention is sacred humility, the understanding that your power is borrowed from the divine. You are only a vessel. Your duty is to keep that vessel clean, focused, and aligned with purpose. This discipline will humble you before it empowers you. It will show you your weaknesses, your impatience, your cravings. You will fall. And when you fall, don't drown in guilt. Rise with awareness. Each relapse is a mirror showing you where you still need strength. Learn, adjust, and continue forward. Consistency beats perfection. After enough time, the cycle of relapse ends not because you fight harder, but because you've transformed. The desire itself evolves. You no longer crave release, you crave mastery. You no longer seek pleasure, you seek purpose. That's real freedom. Freedom is not doing what you want. It's no longer wanting what destroys you. When your mind reaches this level, your entire life restructures. You start speaking slower, with weight behind your words. People listen. You walk differently, calm, grounded, unshaken. Opportunities start appearing because your frequency changes. You attract challenges that match your strength. That's the universe responding to your vibration. The masculine path is not comfort, it's challenge. A man grows through pressure, not pleasure. Pressure builds diamonds, pleasure builds dependency. So welcome the struggle. When life becomes heavy, don't run, lift it. Each burden strengthens your frame. Each obstacle polishes your spirit. Each temptation conquered adds another layer of discipline to your soul. This discipline doesn't end at retention. It spreads to everything: your food, your sleep, your thoughts, your speech. You stop consuming anything that drains your frequency. You stop wasting time on gossip, fear, or envy. You start living like a monk in the body of a warrior. Silent, powerful, precise. Eventually, you'll feel an inner stillness, a calm fire that doesn't burn out. That's masculine equilibrium. From that state, nothing external can shake you. Not women, not money, not failure. Because your power no longer depends on outcome. It comes from being. And here lies the ultimate secret. Semen retention is not about suppression. It's about transformation. You are not killing desire. You are refining it. You're alchemizing raw sexual energy into divine awareness. That is spiritual science in motion. It's the same force that turns seed into life, but you are turning it into consciousness. You become a living temple of discipline and divinity united. When you live this way, even your silence teaches. People sense your energy before you speak. Your eyes transmit peace. Your presence awakens others without words. That is real leadership. A retained man leads naturally, not through domination, but through resonance. He doesn't command attention, he earns it through presence. To reach that level, stay consistent. Protect your morning, meditate daily, move your body every day. Speak less, listen more. Feed your mind with truth, not noise. And keep your seed until it naturally aligns with your purpose. That discipline will elevate you above 99% of men. Understand that true masculinity is spiritual responsibility. You carry the potential to create life. There's no greater power. So every time you hold that power, treat it with reverence. You are not weak for having urges. You are strong for mastering them. You are not less of a man for being disciplined. You are more of one. Every urge is a message. Can you stay centered while chaos knocks? Each time you say yes, your will grows thicker, your aura brighter, your destiny clearer. And one day, you will wake up realizing you no longer chase energy, you are energy. That's the rebirth of a man. Never forget, this path is lonely because greatness is rare. You may walk alone, but you walk with God. Every moment of self-control is witnessed by the divine within you. Your discipline is your prayer. Your silence is your worship. Your consistency is your offering. And your victory is your proof. Stay patient. Progress in retention is not linear. There will be flat days, restless nights, temptations that test your core. That's natural. You are rewiring the deepest systems in your body and mind. Keep going. No streak defines you. Your direction does. After long practice, the rewards deepen. Your voice gains gravity. Your intuition sharpens. Your sleep deepens. Your creativity explodes. You begin to radiate quiet authority. That's the fruit of energy preserved and purified. Guard it. Don't waste it on vanity or lustful pride. Use it to lift others, to build something eternal, to serve a higher vision. Remember, real strength isn't loud. It doesn't need validation. It doesn't post proof. It moves silently, consistently, unshaken. Be that man, the one who doesn't talk power, he is power. Because when you master your inner world, the outer world bows. Your seed is not the enemy. Your desire is not evil. Both are sacred tools. Retention is simply the art of directing them towards truth. That's masculine mastery. Discipline guided by purpose, anchored in peace. And when you finally reach the point where lust no longer disturbs you, you'll understand the true meaning of freedom. Not the absence of temptation, but the absence of control by it. That's enlightenment in masculine form. So stand tall. You are not abstaining. You are ascending. You are not holding back. you're storing power. You are not suppressing, you are transforming. Every breath, every heartbeat, every moment of control builds the kingdom within. Carry yourself with quiet confidence. Speak with integrity. Walk with purpose. Let every movement remind you, you are the keeper of sacred fire. Because a man who owns his energy owns his destiny. He doesn't beg life for purpose, he builds it. He doesn't chase meaning, he creates it. He doesn't look for love, he becomes it. This is the masculine path. Strength through discipline, peace through mastery, freedom through self-control, and glory through alignment with truth. So hold your seed, hold your focus, hold your faith. Every moment you resist, you rise. Every day you retain, you reclaim your crown. And every breath you take in discipline, you step closer to your divine potential. This is the code of the awakened man. Live it, breathe it, be it.